Let's hop right now to our next speaker. David Zid and Jackie Russell, they came all the way from Ohio to be here today. And they are going to share their exercise program, and that is called Total Health Works. Here's David and Jackie.
You're here. They said we should plug this in. Do you?
Are you sure?
What's the easiest?
Oh, look at that. So the clicker. So where do I click? I'll point anywhere.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Good morning. Can you hear me? So I have a question for everyone. It's personal. Everyone's answer will be different. I can't wait to do blank. What is that for you? It's certainly not sit. Is it sit in the lazy boy and with the clicker? No. What is that for you? Define that. I can't wait to water ski. I can't wait to get on the ground and play with my grandkids. I want to garden. I love to travel. I've got to walk from Concourse A to Concourse D. I want to climb to the top of the stadium and watch my grandkids play football. What is that? Once you've defined that, are you going to let Parkinson's take that from you? Are you? No. No, you have to say, this is not going to define me. I still want to do blank. And if you want to do blank and you think you're losing the ability to do blank, let us help you practice the skills you need to get back there. If you're going to get down on the floor and play with your grandkids, you better practice getting up and down off the floor. I want to get off the toilet by myself. I don't want anybody to help me. We're going to show you ways to bring the joy back to your life. Does that sound good to you? I'm Jackie Russell. We're from Columbus, Ohio. We are Total HealthWorks. And Iowa? We are Buckeyes. Are you ready for us, Iowa? We have a lot for you. We have been here a handful of times. We love Des Moines. And we're so glad to be back, and we're so glad COVID is essentially over. So sit tight. Look what we have for you. You know, we're going to talk about two things today. We're going to talk about Parkinson's and aging. Did anyone bring an aging brain with them into this auditorium? Anyone? Well, guess what? There's normal aging and abnormal aging, and it's not all butterflies and roses, is it? As you slow down in life, as you age, you tend to become more sedentary because of a million things. Is it arthritis? Is it Parkinson's? Is it mild cognitive impairment? Is it something that's slowing me down? Well, I think I'll just keep slowing down. I think I'll just sit here, and the more I sit, the quicker neurologic decline is going to happen. Your Parkinson's will get worse, your cognition will get worse, your memory will get worse, your arthritis will get worse. So don't be sedentary. What is normal for an aging brain? Normal for an aging brain? Well, sleep habits change. Well, they change with Parkinson's too, but it's aging that also affects your sleep habits. You get arthritis, maybe soft bones, osteoporosis. You may break a hip easier. You're constipated. That's a great one. That happens with Parkinson's too. Your vision changes. You don't have as good of depth perception. You go down the steps a little slower. Your reflexes are slower. Your balance is worse. And your posture becomes a little stooped. Recognize anything in that list? Now, let's just talk about your brain. What is a normal aging brain? Problems finding words. I just met you. I just met a lot of people. I can't remember your name. My keys, I had them. I know I had them. Hold on. Oh, my glasses are on my head. Those are normal aging memory loss, short-term memory loss in the brain. You have problems multitasking. You may not be able to focus as easily. So why do all these things happen? If this is normal, your brain shrinks. Sorry, it does. You can't plump it up by drinking water. You don't have as good of circulation to your brain, so your brain's getting smaller, especially the part that controls memory, the hippocampus in the back of that brain. Wow. Could we do anything to slow that down? Yeah, you can. If we can get more blood to the brain, we can help plump that brain up and restore some short-term memory, cognition, executive function, the ability to figure things out. Here's the good news. With Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease, you have lost some of the great protective chemicals that help you learn things, maintain habits. You lose dopamine, a neurotransmitter, and the cells that efficiently use and create dopamine with Parkinson's disease. In Alzheimer's disease, you lose the ability to think, remember, function, and that's because of some misfolded proteins in the brain. And so the brain is aging in all different ways. The good news is the brain is plastic. We can change it, we can remold it, we can rewire it. You can relearn, you can maintain memories, you can fight the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. Here's why. Why does exercise change the way the brain works? Because it's plastic. This concept of neuroplasticity. Learn this word, use it at your next party. It's very cool. It's the brain's ability to reorganize, to rewire, to relearn, to put a new circuit in so that rather than walking like this, you have beautiful big steps. Rather than a stooped posture, you're up. Rather than a small voice, you have your large booming voice back. Exercise enhances the brain's ability to be plastic, to rewire. And if it enhances your ability to rewire, why isn't everyone doing it? If we can protect your brain from further degeneration of cells, from the loss of dopamine, if we can hold you where you are, is that a win? Yeah. If we could change it and improve your habits and look like we're reversing this disease, is that a win? Oh, we've seen so many people that have done that. David and I have been doing this for 18 years. We used to be Delay the Disease. Anybody remember that name? We've rebranded, we've expanded. We're Total HealthWorks now because now we are virtual and we're including the dementia, the mild cognitive impairment, and the aging brain in our exercise targets. So if we can rewire the brain, if we can make it improve, if we can stop the bad habit of short steps, no arm swing, rigidity, soft voice. When's the best time to practice that? When's the best time to practice perfect behavior? Well, guess what? It's right after you get your heart rate up. This is the basis of our program. You get your heart rate up, you become aerobic, you're a little bit winded. We don't look at heart rates, we looked at rate of perceived exertion. Are you a little bit winded? When was the last time you got winded? 20 years ago? Don't say that. A little bit breathlessness is when those protective chemicals, that miracle grow for the brain, transcends upon your brain and gives you the opportunity to rewire and relearn. So the best time to practice perfect behavior is right after your heart rate's up. You can focus better. Do you want to read a legal document? Get your heart rate up. Do you want to learn German? Get your heart rate up and then study. Do you want to get a bigger step? Get your heart rate up and then practice your bigger step. The brain on the left is what your brain looks like. You're sitting here. The brain on the right is what your brain looks like if you just got your heart rate up enough to become breathless. It's red, it's hot, it's ready to use, it's ready to rewire. And guys, I'm a nurse by profession, I'm skeptic. So I have to report a little bit of research, and the research is showing that regular exercise, and that is aerobic exercise, cognitive exercise, strength training and balance, can improve memory and cognition and can slow the brain from going from mild cognitive impairment, which is, gosh, something's just not right with me. That mild cognitive impairment can turn into Alzheimer's or a dementia diagnosis. Everyone's afraid of that. No one wants that. Exercise can change that. We have classes for that. Parkinson's disease, the exercise is all over the board. You've already heard some of it. Regular, and I mean regular, rigorous is different for everybody, has a positive effect on the symptomatic progression of Parkinson's disease. That's the greatest news ever. It increases the neurons that produce dopamine, and it increases the efficient use of dopamine. So Total HealthWorks, here's what we do. This is our template for success. We run classes virtually, thank you COVID, virtually every day of the week. You can join us from your computer or your phone. And we call it Total Parkinson's, or we call it Total Brain and Body for the memory population, and we're soon to add MS to this. We are virtual neurofitness, and the template we work off of for every single class, no matter what you want to improve, is this. Number one, we practice cardio. We get your heart rate up. Number two, we use some sort of brain work, or what do you want to get better at? What do you want to improve? Is it your short-term memory? Is it multitasking? Is it stepping? Then we do the brain work right after cardio. And then three, we do core or strengthening exercises. That's it. That's our template. It works. We have research backing our program that shows we not only improved function, but we cut depression. Gang, depression is a symptom of the disease and a reaction to the disease. So what do you have to have? What do you have to have for perfect exercise? It has to be intense. It has to be outside your comfort zone. I need to push you. I need to make you do something you really don't pick on your own. It has to be specific to what you want to improve. Is it dual tasking? Is it getting up and down off the floor? Is it perfect posture? Is it rotation? What is it? It needs to be ongoing. Guys, daily is best. Daily. You heard me. Do something every day that will give you the most rigorous and optimistic outcomes. And then it has to be complex and difficult. It has to be doing 2 or 3 things at once: moving, thinking, counting, saying numbers that are decreasing by 7 from 100, picking words out from a category. We have all kinds of that stuff. You're going to see that. You know, we have a breakout session. You're going to get a taste of us. That's our recipe for success. That works. Yes, we use big movements. Of course we do. But this recipe has been proven to change people's symptomatic progression. So we are Total HealthWorks. That's us. We have a physical therapist working with us now who's the brains behind us, Bennett Gatto. He's here today. We have a table out there. David Zid, he's a nutcase, but he is the brains behind this. And we're evidence-based, and we're virtual and live, but our virtual classes are gaining, oh my gosh, people from all over the world are taking our classes, and we love that. That was good for us with COVID. That was our good news out of COVID. We target memory and cognition, mild cognitive impairment, normal aging brain, Alzheimer's disease, and we target Parkinson's disease. We can slow the aging process with exercise. Oh, and guess what? We have a little bit of fun doing it. Let's go back to that first question. What brings you joy? What do you want to do? Define that for yourself. Write it on a sticky note and put it on your refrigerator and circle it. And every time you go for a snack, you go to the refrigerators. Do you have refrigerators in Iowa? Yeah, every time you go to that refrigerator, you will see that. This is why I'm exercising. I'm exercising because I have grandkids and I want to goof around with them. I'm exercising because I want to travel to Greece and I need to walk from Concourse A to Concourse B or walk up steps. Or I want to get out of bed without help. What is your joy? That's why you're exercising. Hope is the thing with feathers. We are all about hope. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. I guarantee you that if you join classes with us, whether they're virtually or whether they're with instructors that we have trained, we have professional training to teach all of these classes, you will find hope. And that's a choice. You need to make that choice today for you and for all the people that surround you, your family, your friends, the people you go to church with. Thank you, Iowa. You know what? I'm going to introduce a friend of mine to you. He's a tall guy. He's goofy. He's the most charismatic guy. He has all the ideas. I've been working with him for 18 years. His name's David Zid. We've traveled all over the country. COVID shut us down, and we are back. And David is going to give you a little taste of what our exercise classes might be like. And if you like that, go to our breakout session, and what in the world are you doing?
Good morning, Iowa. Jackie, didn't you say we were giving out HIP on campus today?
No, we are not giving out HIP on campus.
I thought you said HIP
today.
on campus.
No.
So I've got 700 pairs of sunglasses here that we can all be hip on this campus. Is that not what we're doing?
You are so wrong, my friend. We are talking about hippocampuses.
Oh, hippocampus. Oh, hippocampus. That's what we were talking about.
That's where your memory
All right, well, I'm
lives.
just going to put
That's
this
where
up
your
here.
memory lives. You know what? I'm going to turn this stage over to you. Good luck. This is a great audience.
Good morning, everyone. You know, isn't Jackie wonderful? I tell you, it's a pleasure working with her, and she's very, very smart, and she explains complicated things very simply to all of us, right? I'm David Zid. I am from Columbus, Ohio. We used to be Delay the Disease, so if you know me from Delay the Disease, I'm here now with Total HealthWorks, and Jackie explained all that stuff to us. You know, if you're sitting here right now, you have the ability to change. I'm just telling you right now, you have the ability to change. And if you're sitting here going, you know what, I feel like I'm out of control. I've lost control. You can get it back. And the single best way to do that is with exercise. And the reason I can say that so confidently is because we have seen tens of thousands of people, maybe 100,000 people do that. And they're exactly like you. They're fighting Parkinson's. They're fighting dementia. They're fighting something that is bringing them down. And I'll tell you what, exercise is the single best thing you can do. Is that awesome? I mean, you guys, what if I said you needed to go run 500 miles every week, you needed to eat, exercise, and I'm gonna show you what you need to do, and it's in small bites. So if you're sitting here going, you know what, I'm just not an exerciser, haven't done much in a long time, great, super, then you're gonna get a bigger bang for your buck. If you're sitting here going, you know what, I've been exercising for a long time, I work out every single day, awesome, then maybe we just tweak a couple of your things. At the end of the day, our recipe for success is that we get your heart rate up, we do something that you want to improve, and then we get you a little bit stronger. Can everyone in this room do that? Yeah, you can. And if you're sitting in a wheelchair, you can still do this. If you can jump over the wheelchair, you can still do this. Why don't we just do a little bit of taste? Is that okay with you? Let's just do a little bit of taste. If you're gonna stay sitting down, that's great. If you're gonna stand up, I got something for you too. So let's just move a little bit. Let's get a little interval training going. Because you know what we've been doing? We've been training people with high intensity interval training. It's called HIIT training. And all it is just classic interval training. You did this when you were a kid. If you played sports, you've done this before. So let's just start swinging the arms, okay? And we're gonna do this for about 30 seconds or so, all right? You know, Jackie, I'm gonna need you in a little bit. I just want you to know that. So we're swinging our arms to get your heart rate up, right? Sitting or standing. You can do this sitting down just as easily as you can standing, gang. It works. You know, we exercise people almost every day of the week, and a lot of our folks are sitting down, and I'll tell you what, it's just gonna get your shoulders a little bit tired, but not a bad thing. All right, let's just add something to this. If we're standing up, we're just gonna do some leg work. If we're sitting down, we're just gonna do a little high knee drill, okay? So we're just doing a little high knee drill. And again, the purpose of this, to get your heart rate up. Because we know when your heart rate goes up, there's a lot of great stuff that happens in the brain. Protective things. You can protect brain cells. Well, wait, hold on. Isn't Parkinson's a disease of dopamine depletion? So you're born, you're in your 20s, you have this much dopamine, everything's good, and then all of a sudden that gene gets clicked on, and all of a sudden you start losing dopamine. And here's what we know, gang. By the time you have your first symptom, you're probably 80% depleted of dopamine. I know that's a big number, it's a big scary number, but just think about, remember, when you had your first symptom, how well were you doing? I'll bet you were still walking, I bet you were still working, I'll bet you were still doing all kinds of stuff. We don't need a lot of dopamine. I think that's what it says to me. I mean, I've got a lot of dopamine, but I can give you half my dopamine, it wouldn't even bother me at all. I would if I could. But what does that mean? It means you've had this disease for a very, very long time. Your dopamine levels are decreasing. You don't know it because it happens so slowly. Thank God it's so slowly. But then things start changing. That nice big step that you had when you were 25 gets a little bit shorter every year. Not enough to know. Not enough to know. You get into your 40s, 50s, 60s, all of a sudden you're not walking as well. No one around you notices because it happens so slowly. And all of a sudden, one of your friends that you haven't seen in a long time goes, "What's going on with you? How come you're not swinging your arm? How come you're so stooped over? How come you look like an old man?" Yeah. But what happens inside of the brain after you exercise is nothing short of powerful, you guys. You can protect the dopamine cells you still have. So right here today, you have X number of dopamine cells. Are they important to you? Come on, are they important to you? Yes. Heck yes, they are. So do you want to protect them and save them? You can do that with exercise. It's been shown. The research is backing us up. We've seen this for 18 years. It's now backing us up. Isn't that wonderful? By the way, if you don't lose any more dopamine cells, what did you just do? You just stopped Parkinson's disease. I'm telling you, if you're here today and you have a heart and you have a brain, you can do this. You can do this. What else happens in the brain? Well, guess what? There's neurogenesis going on in the brain. That means you're growing new brain cells. Oh my gosh, isn't that wonderful? So all those brain cells you killed when in college, drinking beer, you can actually grow new brain cells. Yeah, that's been shown too. But the really big cool stuff that happens is the connectivity of these neurons. You know, we've got trillions of neurons in the brain, and they're all searching for each other to connect. That connection is heightened after you exercise. So, the best time to practice something, the best time to break a bad habit or instill a new one is after you exercise. And we've seen that for years, years and years and years. Isn't that cool? All right, so let's do this. Let's do a really strict interval, okay? So I brought Jackie back up because she's gonna kind of keep me on track here. Let's do about a 30-second something. So whether we're swinging the arms, whether we're doing some marching, whether we're doing a little side to side, whether we're just getting some form of exercise in. I know we are limited here. I know we're limited here, but think about if you're at home, what could you do? Could you hang on to your kitchen sink? Do a little jump? Yeah. I could come home with you and show you how to do that. I will. All right, so let's do about 30 seconds. Ready? Go.
There you go, 30 seconds.
This is your cue.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was just listening to exercise.
Oh my God, no.
All right, hold on. Let's get started over again. Okay.
What?
Isn't that okay?
No.
Okay, start us up again. Okay, sorry about that.
Our 30 seconds. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Our 30 seconds starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, go. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just watching exercise. Isn't that good?
No.
I like that comment. I'm from Michigan. No, I'm not. Okay, hold on.
Here we go.
Let's get started
Come on.
again. Okay, I'm ready for you.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Your 30 seconds starts now. Go. You know what? What are you?
I'm thinking about exercise.
You're
Doesn't
not
that
gonna-
work?
No, it doesn't work.
Oh, you mean you actually have to do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
Oh,
it.
okay. Well, let's get going then.
Last 30 seconds. Here we go. Now.
Did you see how I got an extra 30 seconds out of you guys?
Yes.
This could be anything. You could jump. You could run in place. You could just do some high knees. Can I be hanging on to something the entire time? Absolutely. This isn't about balance. This is about getting your heart rate up right now, safely. And everybody in this room can do this in some form or another. You can.
3,
You can.
2, time.
Great. So that's 30 seconds of exercise, and we're going to follow it by 30 seconds of just a break.
They actually did it like 90 seconds.
You know, there's always someone in
He's
the
a heckler.
Yeah, there's always
I know.
someone. All right, so this is classic interval training, gang. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. We work for 1, we rest for 1.
Your rest is almost over, by the way.
Okay, I like resting,
Yeah, I know.
but I like working too.
And
You got one more for me?
Here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
here we go. Hit
We're
it.
off. We're off.
I'm just going to do a big arm swing.
Okay. Yeah, I like doing big arms.
You're doing a little running in place with
Yep.
a little shoulder press. Yep. Just think about if you had some equipment, just a little bit of equipment, what you could do.
Like a brick?
A brick?
Like
yeah.
a jug of milk?
Jug of milk.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be fancy. How long does
And
dopamine last?
time.
That's it. So that's a great question. You know, we think, and I don't really know of any good study, but if you exercise for about an hour, right, with us, our exercise program lasts about an hour, you get this 4 to 6 hour window of this great brain activity. That's a pretty good return on your investment, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Think about that. So we exercise for just, a couple minutes here? So our brains are really active right now. And let's just pretend we got to a point where you're just a little bit breathless, okay? You might have gotten that in the mirror this morning, maybe, if you're a good-looking person. But let's just pretend we did a couple more of these, okay? And you said, okay, Ziddy, yeah, I'm a little breathless. I can still talk to you, but it's just getting difficult. That's about the perfect spot. Heart's pumping blood through the brain, and the brain is releasing all these great neurochemicals. That's what happens, okay? Now, do you have to do this immediately after? No, nope. Matter of fact, when you exercise with us, we get your heart rates up, and then we give you a little break. So you'll like it. Yeah. And then we get into something that we want to improve. I thought, just because of our surroundings today, let's do a little multitasking, okay? So let's go 1 palm up, 1 palm down. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna flip them at the same time. Flip them. So just look at your hands. Make sure you got 1 up, 1 down. 1 up, 1 down, we flip them at the same time. Over and back. Over and back. Nice flips. Okay, that's probably as hard as we need to go today, isn't it?
No.
Oh, it's not.
No, that ain't even close.
All right, well, let's add something to this. And why are we doing this? I think you should always have a purpose for everything that you do, right?
I agree.
There's a purpose. When you multitask, we know a couple things that really are wonderful for everybody in this room. The first thing is that you get control back. I'm gonna say that again. It gives you control. Yeah, this little exercise can give you control. And the second thing, it can improve your memory. Wow, yeah, isn't that great? That's the power of exercise, gang. Let's add a layer to this. If you're sitting or standing, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna do some high knees. I've got 1 palm up, 1 palm down. Make sure you got that. 1 palm up, 1 palm down. If I say it 3 times to you, you're gonna get it 1 up, 1 down. Flip. I'm looking at you, Dave. Yeah, 1 up, 1 down. Because you think you're doing it, but you got to slow things down. Slow things down. I didn't say let's go fast. Slow it down. Over. I haven't flipped yet. Back. This is not about speed. This is about accuracy. Okay? So we're slowing things down and flip. And you know what, with Parkinson's, we understand that manager of the brain is affected. She or he's hurting right now. So we're gonna help it. We're gonna relearn how to do some multitasking. How many times a day do you think you multitask? That's all day long, by the way. Let's add one more layer. Give you a little break. Yep. All right, same drill. High knees. Pancake flips, get one up, one down. Look at your hands right now. Just look, everyone in the room, just take a second. Look at your hands and make sure you got one up, one down. Because I see a lot of this. Am I asking for this? No. I'm asking for this. Here we go. High knees, slow it down, we're not in a hurry. Flip, and we're gonna count backwards by twos.
Loudly or softly?
Jackie. Are we loud or are we soft?
Loud.
All right, here we go. I'll start the count. 25, 23.
19, 17, 15, 13,
Keep going.
11, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1.
Wow, that was really good. Okay, so if you guys want to grab a seat, go ahead. Let me ask you a question though. How long did that take? Counting down by twos from 25. How long did that take? 30 seconds? A minute? Well, you guys have gotten soft, haven't you? I'm going to say a minute. I'll be conservative. So, do you think that exercise would help give you more multitasking skills? Yes or no? Yes or no? Just in your gut feeling, what do you say? I think so too. If you did that every day for the next 30 days, do you think in 30 days you would be improved? Yes or no? So are you telling me that you don't have 1 minute out of your day to improve? You know where I'm going with this, right? Think about that. Now, what's the hard part about this? I think there's two things that happen. What's the hard part? Remembering to do it, because what gets in the way? Life. Man, life gets in the way. You know, my parents have been retired and they've never been busier. I go, Mom, Dad, what are you doing all day long? I don't know, but we're busy. That's what they tell me. They're in their late 80s, by the way. Life gets in the way. Okay, so how do you get it done? Here are the ways that people get it done. I've been training people for 25 years, and this is how people get it done. They do it at the same time every day. Same time every day, right? If you're one of those folks, put it in your calendar and you do it the same time every day. It gets done, right? Okay, another way to do it, put it in your calendar. I mean, I've got a very busy schedule, but I still schedule my workouts. Okay, schedule them. The week ahead, that's what I'm gonna do. And don't let anyone take that. Hey, can you come have lunch for me? Sorry, I'm working out right then, right? The third way, have a training partner. Jackie, I just don't feel like working out today.
You're working out today.
Yeah, I don't feel like it though.
You are. Come on, come on.
See?
Come on.
That's powerful. Have a training partner. Have someone to say, keep you accountable, to say, hey, where are you? You're supposed to be working out right now. That's powerful, gang. Maybe it's the person next to you, maybe it's not the person next to you. If you've been married a long time, maybe you want to stay married and you don't want to work out with that person next to you. That's okay, that's okay. Come join us. We're on almost every day of the week. We'd be happy to see you. The second thing that I think is really important here is why. So how do you get it done? Why? Why are you going to exercise? Well, I want to feel better. Nah, that's not good enough for me. Come on, why are you going to exercise? I want to fight Parkinson's. That's good, but it's very general and broad. I like that. Okay, but what does that mean? Where I'm going with this is I need something specific for you because, you know, we're busy people. We live in the United States. There's lots of stuff going on. We're surrounded by at least 10 people. If you think about that for a second, think about 10 people that just surround you. Family, friends, neighbors, church people, whatever. It's about 10, plus or minus, doesn't have to be perfect. I think we need a specific goal. And I think you need to write it down. You know, I think it was Harvard or Yale, I can't remember who it was. They did a big study on this. And the people who wrote stuff down, just one sentence, I am going to achieve this by this. 80% of them, or a big percent of them, got it. The people that didn't write it down, guess what? Didn't get anywhere. Write your goal down. Put it on the refrigerator. We understand that you all have refrigerators now, right? So put it on your refrigerator so you wake up in the morning, you see your goal, and you go, oh yeah, that's why I'm going to do this. You know what, for me, maybe it's something very important to you. What's important to your life? Jackie asked that. What do you want to do? What brings you joy? You know what's important to me? Are my relationships. And if you know me, you know that's number one for me. My relationships are the most important thing in my life. So, for me, would exercise strengthen my relationships, or does it make my relationships worse? If I have Parkinson's disease, if you exercise, are your relationships going to be better or worse or the same? I don't know the answer to that question. Only you do. But I think you have to find something that makes you tick. It has to come from in here. It has to come from in here, because nobody can make you do anything. You are still in control of your life, by the way. I just want you to know that. You might not feel like it. You might, someone has to help you and put, help you get dressed and stuff. You are still in control of your life. No doubt about it. Nobody can make you do anything, and you can make yourself do anything. I'm a big believer in that. I'm a big believer in people. Did you know that? Because that's what we do. Jackie, let's get everyone moving again.
Yep, let's get everyone moving.
Okay.
We got about 5 more minutes.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Let's do this.
So, you know what? You guys, it is Jackie's birthday today.
Oh,
did you know that? And so I've got a little something special for you. Jackie, I'm going to have you stand up, and I'm going to sit down for this one. I want you to lead us.
So we'll be the same height?
Yes, so we're the same height.
Okay.
I need you to teach us. This is guys, this is a multitasking drill that Jackie created herself, and it's going to help put you back in control, and it's going to give you better memory.
It's my favorite.
Take the stage.
Wow. So this multitasking drill, I'm going to teach it to you, and then we're going to put it to music. You can do it seated or standing. The first move, and I want you to say the move because it helps cement it into your memory, is up. We're going to call up with both of our hands up.
So here we go. Up.
Up. And then we're going to touch our shoulders. We're going to call it shoulders.
Shoulders.
And then we're going to do knees, cross, knees, snap. Let's just do that. Let's do
that a couple times nice and slow.
Yeah.
But I need to hear you. Here we go.
Up. Shoulders. Knees. Cross. Knees. Snap. Oh, I think they've got that.
No, we need to do it one more time.
One more time. Here we go. Say it loud. Up. Shoulders. Knees. Cross. Knees. Snap. You ready to add on?
Yeah, we're ready to add on.
We're going to punch right, punch left, punch right, punch left. We're going to add 4 punches on.
Okay, here we go.
That's all we're going to do. Up, shoulders, knees, cross, knees, snap, punch right, punch left, punch right, punch left. And the last thing are 3 claps. Clap, clap, clap. That's the whole sequence.
Let's put it all together
Let's put it
slowly.
all together slowly.
All right.
Come on, you ready? Here we go. Up, shoulders, knees, cross, knees, snap. Punch right, punch left, punch right, punch left. Clap, clap, clap.
All right, let's turn the music up.
Turn the
pick up
music
the
up,
pace
maestro.
now. We're
Yep.
gonna pick up the pace. Here we go.
Up, shoulders, knees, cross, knees, snap, punch, right, punch, left, punch, right, punch, left, clap, clap, clap. Again, up, shoulders, knees, cross, knees, snap, punch, right, punch, left, punch, right, punch, left, clap, clap, clap. Oh, yeah, that was great. You guys look great. That helps you with
Memory, control,
balance.
and have a little bit of fun.
A little bit of fun. We have a little bit of fun.
We
when
do have a little bit of fun.
You should join us. In our breakout session, we're going to have some fun.
I'll tell you, you did very well. And if that was very complicated for you, don't stress out. I mean, how many times have you done that? Was that your first time? Why should you be good at it today? Right. But if you practiced, would you be better in 30 days? Of course you would.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, I know you might not know me very well, but I'm going to ask you a favor. Can we sing happy birthday to Jackie?
Oh, gosh.
I'll start it up, okay? And let's hear some nice loud voices.
Nice and loud.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jackie. Happy birthday to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure working with you.
Pleasure working with you.
Yep.
That's all we have for you today. We do have a breakout session. We do have a table out there.
Yep.
And we are online Zoom classes every day at 11 o'clock Iowa time, Monday through Thursday and Saturday. Please join us. Thanks a lot. We live in Columbus, Ohio, but we're virtual.
See everyone soon.
Bye, guys.